Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. Today we are out on another ruck. I think this might be my fourth one out since I've come back to a little bit heavier training. Still taking it easy though, because the back's sore today, so I'm not gonna carry as much weight. Last week when I went out, I probably went a little too heavy on the weight, and my back was really feeling it. So I've done lots of stretching this week, range of motion stuff to loosen it up, and it's definitely helped. It's loosening up as the day goes by. I've been up for a couple hours now, and it's definitely loosened up since I woke up. And right now I'm just running a couple errands for my wife before I head out, so I still got a little bit of time before I'll actually go out. Now, today I was really contemplating actually going out because it is cold. It is a balmy 9 degrees with probably a 10 below wind chill. So we've got blowing snow, which you can kind of see out there. The wind chill is just nasty, and like I said, 9 degrees. So I was actually contemplating even going out. But as I always tell people, a lot of people will tell me, well, a lot of people don't talk to me. Yeah, they do. I'm a pretty friendly guy. But they ask me, why would you go out and train and stuff like this? Well, I always tell people that you train in the weather you're going to work in. So all my years in search and rescue and whatnot, we would have to go out in this stuff. So you should train in it. Train in the same terrain, the same weather, the same circumstances. So we would go out in something like this. If somebody was lost, missing, or otherwise, we're going out in it. So you might as well get used to getting your body used to this type of weather. So I'm going out in it. Don't know how long I'll stay out in it, but we're going to go out in it and give it a shot. So I'm going to head home, start fueling my body up. I haven't even eaten anything yet today. I'm just sitting here drinking coffee right now. But we'll go home, eat some stuff, some high energy stuff, a little bit of protein, and head on out. So let's get this started. Okay, so I made it back to the house, and I am just getting fueled up and getting my stuff around. And I'm just going to try some of this Rockin' protein stuff. I don't typically get this brand, but that's what they had, so that's what I got. And some different trail mixes, energy, and just some general trail mixes, some water. And that should be enough to get me fueled to get through this thing. So just gonna get dressed and head out into the freezing cold tundra and see how it goes. Oh, we're finally on the road here, or not on the road, on the trail. And yeah, it's every bit as cold as I imagined it would. I had to take a little bit of a detour coming out of my neighborhood. There was a bad traffic accident at a light right there that somebody either blew through or slid through, so lots of emergency vehicles and stuff, but apparently everybody was okay. One of the police officers was here at the park taking off his emergency yellow vest, and he was leaving the scene, and I talked to him, and he said everybody was okay. So it looked a lot worse than it actually was. So we are on the trail. That to my left is what I call Monster Hill, or Mount Lansing. It's just a big hill. It's not a mountain at all. But it's a great training place. And I started in a different spot than I normally do. I'm at the west end of the parking lot, moving towards the east, just to change it up a little bit. So the plan is I said I'm not carrying much weight just because my back was not feeling great the last few days. It's getting better. But again, I don't want to take any chances of doing anything that's going to set me back again. So we're just going to really just do a nice nature walk. Probably add some things as I go, depending again how I feel. Maybe some climbs up the hill, up the stairs, things like that. We'll see. But the snow has stopped for now. It's supposed to be just in and out all day, so we might get some more. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get this thing going. Forgot to add this piece. The plan of actually how far I'm going. In weather like this, and where I'm at in my fitness level, and typically with a quite a bit heavier pack on, do about 3 miles an hour. A little bit more, a little over 3 miles sometimes. I'm feeling really good. So I'm just going to go with that 3 miles an hour. So I think I'm going to try to do 2 hours staying out here. See how it feels, but I've stayed out longer in weather like this, so shouldn't be a problem. I'm in an open area right now. Be in a fairly open area for the next, I'll be going down that way, circling around, and back into the wooded area there. So for the next 20 minutes, I'll be out in the open where it's blowing a little bit. Actually, right now the wind's not blowing at all. That's kind of nice. So yeah, we're gonna go for at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll see how the day goes. Plans are always subject to change, right? All right, let's keep moving forward. All right, I got on the far side of the park, east side of the park by the pond. The wind started picking up a little bit, but that snow is blowing now. It's a little colder on this side, but let me switch this camera around. One of the things I just love about actually going out on these type of rucks during the winter is just, it's so beautiful. Even though it's freezing, the snow all over the place, with the leaves all gone, you can see through the woods and see things that you don't typically see during the summer. Just ran past or came across a small herd of deer, and I was actually trying to dig something out of my pocket, and right in front of me, almost stepped on him, was I think it was a big old muskrat. Ran across the trail right in front of me. Damn near could have kicked him. Not that I would have, but I mean, it would have been an accident. He was that close. Just ran right out in front of me. So you see a lot more nature. But it's just so beautiful out here. Just love being out in it. Now, I wish I would have been able to bring my gimbal out. I got my youngest son got me a gimbal. If you don't know what a gimbal is, it's like a tripod or monopod that holds your camera, and it holds it, it's got more stability in it. So like when I'm walking here, you see me bouncing when I'm moving. Right now I do have a handheld monopod that this is attached to, but it's off it right now. I just took it off just because I didn't want the camera to freeze. So I could stick it in my pocket, but just gives you much more fluid, and you know, your pans and whatnot are all fluid and soft and easy. So next time I come out, hopefully I'll, one, learn how to use it. I've pulled it out and played with it. That don't sound right. I've worked with it a little bit, but I still haven't figured it out all the way. So, all right, I got to put this camera away for now. So I have to take my glove off when I operate this, and it don't take long for your hand to freeze. So, all right, onward, forward. Well, I tried to show you guys a little bit of nature. Just quickly digging out the camera. Show you a black squirrel that was hanging out in a tree that I was walking by, or a bush. He was patient for a long time. Thought I was going to be able to get him, but by the time I got this thing out and running, he got tired of me, so he took off. Oh well. Still lots of beauty out here. I'm on the east side of the west side of the park or trail right now. A little bit heavier woods. Still a solid trail that goes through here. It's not like I'm out in the deep boondocks. Not at all. Just enough to give you that peace and quiet and beautiful nature. Right over here is the backside of Monster Hill. That's always fun to go up as well. It can be pretty challenging. And then it's that backside. It's a lot steeper than it looks from here. But this backside is where we do some rope work. Up and down. And then during the summer, it's kind of swampy down through there. We'll hike through there and everything. It's typically lots of deer. The last ruck I was on last week, saw a herd of about 6 or 8 of them down in there. All right, guys, I wanted to not necessarily take a break, but wanted to go over some of the equipment that I've got on with me today for this extreme cold ruck. Starting out on the bottom, now I was hoping I wouldn't regret this, and so far I haven't. I just typically have a standard pair of combat military service type of boot, steel-toed. Typically, I think in something like this, I'd go with more of an insulated winter boot. A little bit more clunky to do long rucks on, but I figured, all right, I got 2 pair of medium thick socks on, and then 1 pair of a nice insulated pair of socks. So I figured for a 2-hour ruck that should be good. So far so good. Hopefully I don't regret that. Underneath my heavy duty SAR pants, I've got insulated wear underneath these. I've got an insulated long sleeve shirt underneath, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, like a flannel type of sweatshirt, another sweatshirt, zipper type. Normally I'd have my hoodie, but that was in the wash and it didn't dry quick enough. Really do like my hoodie. And then I've got the tactical shirt, and then a thicker vest. Now, what I don't have with me that I normally do as well, I've got it in my SAR trailer, is my spikes or crampons for climbing hills, and sometimes the hard surface trails are covered in ice. I didn't bring those out yet, and a military sweater. I love my military sweater underneath all this. That just seems to keep me the warmest. That's still in the trailer as well. So next time we come out in this kind of weather, I'll have that stuff with me. I do have 2 pair of gloves. I got my tactical gloves. Makes these? Cat? I don't know. I really like these though. These are nice gloves. And then covering that, I've got a good heavy secured winter glove that goes over that. Keeps my fingers nice and warm. On my head, I've got a 511 knit cap, and then this 511 hood. It has a long, I don't know what you call it, shawl or whatever that comes down over the shoulders that are all tucked in there. I believe that's it. I do have water, but not in here because it'll just freeze. Last time I was out, it wasn't nearly this cold. The tube froze, even though I had it underneath some of my gear to keep it from freezing. It still froze. So speaking of water, make sure even on days like this that you stay hydrated. You can still dehydrate, you know, with all this stuff on moving, you're still burning up fluids. So make sure you're staying hydrated out this weather as well. We're just over 3 miles into this ruck, still feeling good. So we're gonna just keep going and you know, have fun with it. So let's get back to work. Now, this is kind of nice out here. They do have a warming room that if you're out in the park here and you're freezing, they do get a lot of kids and folks that on Monster Hill, right around the corner here, that do sledding. So they do have a warming room. I am not going to use the warming room because I am not cold. I have dressed appropriately so far. So we'll just bypass the warming room for today and get back on this hike. All right, we're in the thicker part of the woods. Trails aren't as pronounced. There's no paved trails through here, but I really like it out in this area, especially during the spring, summer, and fall. So when I bring people out here to train, one of their initial assignments is to find their personal log. And throughout the hike through here, they're carrying their log. And I don't let them get away with some lightweight thing that isn't challenging. You know, it's something they've got to be able to manage, of course, but, you know, also is challenging for them. So they find their personal log, and then we do everything from log carries to squats to thrusts, everything with these logs. Some of them like it, some of them don't. Funny how that works, eh? But it's really nice through here year round. Now in the spring, it's very messy out here. I mean, it gets deep, mucky water on the trails, lots of down trees, branches. So it could be pretty challenging, but it is quite nice. Let me flip this around here. Through here. Now there's a big barrier right over there. You see that berm that separates this park from really a large, it's a dump. It's a dump, literally. Granger owns that. They donated this park, so good on them. But yeah, right on the other side of that, a little ways, is like where the city and the different counties around here dump their garbage. But with what came with that was all this beautiful land that they donated to Clinton County. You know, all of this, everything I was on the other side, where the paved trail is and Monster Hill and the warming house, all that was donated to the county or the township, one of the two. Yeah. Hey, finally got some wildlife for you guys. Some Canadian geese. All right, so we're still plugging along, still doing well. Everything's still warm. My fingertips are getting cold from having the camera out, so I'm going to put it away and continue on. All right, I think we're going to just go ahead and head up Monster Hill. I'm not going to videotape the whole thing because my hand would freeze. But we're going to head up here, this little mound before you get to it. Now, because I don't have my boot spikes, I'm not going up there. I would probably never make it. So we're going to head on top of this berm and swing up where that tree line is there. There's stairs. So we're gonna head up those stairs, get to the top, and then maybe I'll video going down that tree line. I think I'll be able to handle that with my hand exposed for that amount of time. So right now, up Monster Hill stairs. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take that down, videotape down. I don't even think I'm going to be able to take the video or even go down that slope I was talking about. It's pure ice underneath here. Now what had happened was 2 days ago, it was actually, normal temperatures for this time of year. It was in the 30s. So a lot of this was wet and melted, and then it immediately froze. Like, that's just pure ice right here. And I don't have my spikes. So I think this, what you see right here, is going to be on that downslope on the east side of the hill. So I'll probably just come back down. So at least this is snow covered. It's not sloped the way it is over there, so it's quite a bit safer. So I think I'll just come up to the top and swing around and come back down this way. I'll walk over that way and see what it looks like, but I don't think I'm gonna risk falling down this freaking hill. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what kind of ice is underneath this layer of snow. And I just don't want to go tumbling down there, so we will just swing around. As you can see, it looks like a nice band of snow is moving in again. So we're just gonna come back the way we came here and go down the stairs to which we came. That's the way I came up that trail and over this way and up the stairs. All right, so we're just gonna head over here, head down the stairs, and then continue west that way into the storm. I don't know if you could see it or not, but directly in front of us, right about in there, is downtown Lansing. And you could possibly see, I can see it barely, but you guys might not be able to see it, is the Bogie Tower. It's the tallest building in Lansing. Little history for you guys. All right, down the stairs we go. These poles are really nice to have in areas like this. This is in the park area where you park at, hence park area. That's my car over there. But they have these emergency poles that you can call directly for an emergency or just get information. but they're lit up. It's got a beacon on top of it, so any type of emergency, whether you're injured or lost or something happens out here, you're instantly connected to emergency center. And of course right over there is the warming room and Monster Hill behind it. Just thought I'd point that out. It's kind of nice. And look, water. Guarantee you we're not getting any water out of that today. Luckily my water hasn't frozen. I've got it in a warm part of my vest, so thankful for that, because like I said earlier, the last time I was out here, it was in the 20s, and my the water in my Camelback in the tube, it froze, so I couldn't get any water out of it. So today I just brought a water bottle with me. All right, we're going to make another loop around to this backside of the hill and then swing back around and maybe call it a day. Still warm. I'm warm. It's not warm out. It was 8 degrees when we started this. I don't think it's gotten any colder. I think it's stayed pretty much consistent 8 degrees. But that wind, when I was on top of the hill, and that wind was whipping up there. That was cold up there. So that wind chill had to be really bad. So needless to say, I didn't spend much time up there. Also on the way down, that was a good decision to take those stairs down, because that was even treacherous. I almost fell once, and then most of the way down I had to clamp onto that rope, that guide rope that runs up and down the stairs. That was very, very slippery. And like I said, that's not nearly as steep as the east side slope that doesn't have stairs. It's just a slope. So that would have been not good, especially I do have a bad knee. That doesn't take much to blow that knee out. So always trying to be careful. All right, let's knock the rest of this out and get back home and get warm. So probably got another mile or so and we'll head out of here. All right, gang, we are finished. Back in the warmth of the car. We did 5 miles today, which I'm good with that. With this type of cold weather. Dressed appropriate for it. Mouth still isn't moving well. Appropriately for it. However, I would definitely add an outer layer, like an insulated wind jacket of some kind. Just when I was out in the open with the wind blowing, I did feel a little bit of that coldness going through me, which for long term that wouldn't be good. For the couple hours that I was out there, it wasn't much of a big deal. So definitely would, 2 things actually. The military sweater, I love that thing. Pulling that out later today to make sure I have it for the next time. And then an outer layer of the insulated wind jacket would have been perfect. My hands never got cold unless I took my right hand out to pull the camera out and get that set up. But it warmed right back up once I put the glove back on. My feet stayed warm, legs stayed warm, everything stayed warm. So that was good. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I really enjoy doing these ruck videos. I try to be as informative as I can with also being entertaining. Try to be entertaining anyways, just to make it more interesting to watch. But definitely like to be informative. You know, let you guys know what's working, what's not working, what type of equipment I might be using, trying out, as you know, I've been trying out that OnX GPS system. I did not use it today because I do have to switch up. I don't like using my phone for the camera, because if I'm using an app like that, a lot of times it pauses the app when I turn the camera on, the video camera on the phone. And then I might forget to unpause the GPS or whatever app I'm using. So I am working on getting a standalone camera, a real nice one, using the gimbal that my son got me for a nice clear pans and camera movement and stuff like that. So we'll be working on those soon. So as always, guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you like these videos, hopefully you do, because I enjoy doing them. And as we move on, I am refiring up my YouTube channel that I started several years ago when I was flying in a lot of helicopters and stuff like that, doing fun videos like that. I haven't been able to do a lot of stuff like that because of the injury, so I'm just now firing that back up. So hopefully I can start getting that page going, or that channel going. So I just started it several years ago, like 10 years ago, and haven't done much with it over the last few years. So definitely want to build that up. Hope you guys enjoy this stuff. We'll see you again here soon. Take care and stay warm, guys.